don't get me started on Stephanie White. And for everybody saying, but the coach is trying to do this, it's the players. Kelsey Mitchell played 35 minutes. If Kelsey Mitchell's not doing what you say, you can bench her. You can bench her. You don't have to. You don't have to play her. Like, you don't have to play her. You don't have to play her. Like, it's not, it is genuinely, it is on Kelsey Mitchell. You are not putting Kelsey Mitchell into positions to succeed. Kelsey Mitchell should not have the ball in her hands with more than 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. You are letting Kelsey Mitchell take the ball up. I don't care. Aaliyah, take the ball up.
Don't even get me started on Stephanie White. And for those saying, but it's the players, not the coach. Listen, Kelsey Mitchell played 35 minutes. If Kelsey Mitchell isn't performing, you can bench her. You don't have to keep playing her. It's really on Kelsey Mitchell. You're not putting her in positions to succeed. She should never have the ball with more than 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
At this stage, Lexi take the ball up. Kelsey Mitchell taking the ball up is dumb. We knew it was dumb coming into the season. Everything it is, we all knew that it was incredibly, incredibly dumb. It made no sense. It made no sense. This team does not play defense. I repeat, this team does not play defense. It's not that they play bad defense, they don't play defense. Lexi Hull draws some charges. Aaliyah, for some reason, has the worst whistle in the WNBA. Natasha Howard, all she looks for is steals and blocks. All she looks for is steals and blocks. She doesn't play defense. She is a better version of Melissa Smith. And if you guys agree, by the way, leave a like on this video. If you guys are in the stream, we can definitely get to 1,000 likes. There's 1,700 of you guys in here, and we're at 800 likes. And also, lads, we are trying to hit 48.3 thousand subscribers from this stream. Kelsey Mitchell, unless something changes, she's walking in. You let her walk in the offseason. You let her walk in the offseason.
I don't care. Let Aaliyah or Lexi bring the ball up. Kelsey Mitchell handling the ball is just a bad idea. We all knew that coming into the season. It made no sense at all. This team doesn't play defense, not bad defense. They simply don't play defense.
There was a huge thing to keep Kelsey Mitchell because of how she played last year. And she has gone back to the Kelsey Mitchell that won like 25% of her games. And that's on the coach. That is on the coach. Sophie Cunningham, again, I don't even think she played badly. The team was just bad when she was on the court. I don't think she did anything good. I don't think she did anything bad. She's missed shots. Why was DeWanna Bonner benched? Someone said Mitchell's not elite facts. No playoffs with her number one options for years. No wins since Clark injury. Stop blaming coach for mid-tier players. Why did DeWanna Bonner sit for the whole second half? She was unbelievable. She was unbelievable in the last game. She was really good in the Liberty game on defense. Why, when nobody's playing defense, did DeWanna Bonner sit? The only player in this team that can create their own shot at a decent rate, it seems to be DeWanna Bonner. DeWanna Bonner is the team's leader. Why is DeWanna Bonner sitting on the bench while Kelsey Mitchell is going meep meep, tween 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 tween, step back? I saw Julian Newman do this on a highlight one time. Let me go meep meep, tween 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 tween, step back, foot on the line, brick.
Lexi Hall draws some charges. Aaliyah, for some reason, gets the worst whistle in the WNBA. Natasha Howard, all she looks for are steals and blocks. She doesn't actually play defense. She's basically a better version of Melissa Smith. If you agree, drop a like on this video. Unless something changes, Kelsey Mitchell is walking out in the offseason. We had to keep her because of last year's performance, but now she's back.
Hell yeah. Like, why is DeWanna Bonner sitting on the bench? You are paying DeWanna Bonner $250,000 to sit on the bench. This team has 11 players. Because, again, they're paying Bree Turner and Sid Colson over the minimum. And by the way, Sid Colson was fine when she was on the floor. I'm not going to say anything about Sid Colson. Sophie Cunningham goes and rolls her ankle. This team is not equipped to win basketball games. And not games, period. This team is not equipped to win a basketball game. Not equipped to win a basketball game. And I can't believe I'm saying this. they are not equipped to win a basketball game. Like, I'm flabbergasted. I thought that this team...
To the Kelsey Mitchell, who won about 25% of her games, and that's on the coach. Sophie Cunningham didn't play badly, but the team was just bad when she was on the court. She missed shots, sure, but why was Dana Bonner benched? She was unbelievable.
Had a chance of winning some games. I thought they were going to win this game. I thought they were gonna win this game. Of all games, this game. You are facing a known choke artist team. You are facing a team of choke artists who choked. They are choke artists who choked. It's not like they didn't choke. They choked. They choked bad. And you lost to a choke artist who choked. That is on the coaching for letting a team go out there with half effort, with crazy rotations, with Aaliyah not touching the ball nearly enough until the end of the game. Every single thing should have went through Aaliyah Boston early in that game. Every single thing. You let them build a 15-point lead, barely calling timeouts. You put Bree Turner in that game before Damiris Dantas.
Especially on defense against the Liberty, the only player on this team who can create her own shot consistently is Dana Bonner. So why was she sitting while Kelsey Mitchell was chucking bad shots? You're paying Dana Bonner $250,000 to sit on the bench.
You put Bree Turner in the game before Damiris Dantas. That is unacceptable. That is absolutely unacceptable. It is unacceptable, these coaching decisions. And by the way, do I think Stephanie White is a better basketball coach than Christy Sides? Yes. I, in fact, do think that Stephanie White is a better basketball coach than Christy Sides. But it is so close, and she is a worse offensive coach than Christy Sides. Because at least Christy Sides could see what works and sticks to it. Like, Stephanie White just has her plan. She is stubborn. She's a bad offensive coach and stubborn. You cannot be that. You cannot be stubborn. And
this team has 11 players, but Bree Turner and Sid Colson are making minimum. Sid Colson was fine when she played, so no complaints there. Sophie Cunningham rolled her ankle, and this team is simply not built to win basketball games.
And bad offensively. Imagine if Christy Sides was stubborn. At least the one thing we will always give credit for is that Christy Sides adapted. As the one thing we will always give Christy Sides credit for. She adapted. She at least tried. She at least tried to adapt. But we're not even seeing adaptations. We are seeing, I'm not joking when I say this, if you watched this game from the start, in basketball, what do all good teams base their game around? All good teams. The pick and roll, and the three ball, and the layups.
Not one game. I thought they had a chance, but no. They lost to a team known for choking, and they choked big time. That loss is on coaching. Poor effort, wild rotations, and Aaliyah barely touching the ball until the end.
The high percentage, not the high percentage shots, the high shot value, which is a three-point shot, because an open threes. An open three is a high shot value shot. And the more open threes you shoot, the more you look for that, the more it frees up layups. Because if you're not spreading the floor, you're not scoring layups. The Indiana Fever spent the first 3 quarters of this game hunting mid-ranges. They spent the first 3 quarters hunting mid-ranges. And by the way, they got back in the game because they winged it. DeWanna Bonner started hitting circus shots. They got back in the game because the Connecticut Sun choked and they started hitting circus shots. That is nothing to do with their coaching, why they nearly pulled it back. They winged it. They winged it. They just started shooting circus shots. Everything in we watched a team hunt mid-range shots for 3 quarters. No wonder they lost.
Everything should have gone through Aaliyah Boston early in the game. Instead, you let the other team build a 15-point lead, barely call timeouts, and put Bree Turner in before Damiris Dantas. That's unacceptable. Do I think Stephanie White is a better coach than Christy Sides?
A team can't win in the year of 2025 hunting mid-ranges. You can shoot mid-ranges. You can shoot the occasional mid-range shots. You can shoot, but the mid-range shot should only be taken in a late shot clock situation, or if it's your star player who is a mid-range specialist, i.e. a Paige Beckers type player. You don't have a Paige Beckers type player. Lexi Hull fadeaway Dirk fades was your go-to offense early in the game. Kelsey Mitchell going meep, dribble, fadeaway was your go-to offense. This was one of the worst performances I've ever seen, and they nearly got bailed out because of DeWanna Bonner heroics. DeWanna Bonner nearly bailed out incompetence from coaching in Christy Sides. The dumbest game I've ever seen in terms of shot selection by Kelsey Mitchell.
Yes, marginally. But she's a worse offensive coach because, at least with Christy, there was adaptation. Stephanie is stubborn and poor offensively. You can't be both. Christy tried to adapt, but with Stephanie, we see no adjustments. Good teams build their game around pick and rolls, threes, and layups, the high-value shots. Indiana Fever spent the first 3 quarters hunting mid-range jumpers.
When Kelsey Mitchell, by the way, Kelsey Mitchell as an off-the-ball cutter is exceptional. When she curls, when she's attacking downhill, when she's an off-the-ball cutter, she's exceptional. But when she's going side to side and creating her own shot, she is a worse decision maker than Enrique. And I did not think that there was possible to be a worse decision maker than Enrique. I didn't think it was going to be possible. She was the worst decision maker on a court that included Marina Mabry. She was the worst decision maker on a court that included Marina Mabry. How can you be a worse decision maker than Marina Mabry? Like, they're done. They're done. Like, I cannot believe this. Like, Christy Sides had a dumb plan, but at least she had a plan. At least she had a plan. This team, the only reason they were in the game is because they winged it. Because they freaking winged it. Like, we just lost to Shania. We just lost to the Sun. We just lost to the Sun, who tried their best to lose this game.
They only clawed back because Dana Bonner hit some circus shots and the Connecticut Sun choked. That's not coaching. That's luck. Shooting mid-range shots all game isn't winning basketball in 2025. Sure, the occasional mid-range is fine, but only late in the shot clock or if you have a star mid-range specialist like Paige Buchers. We don't have that. Lexi Hall's fadeaway was the early go-to, and Kelsey Mitchell's step-back fadeaway was another. One of the worst performances I've seen. Dana Bonner's heroics nearly saved them, but the coaching was the real problem. Kelsey Mitchell's shot selection was atrocious. As an off-ball cutter, she's exceptional attacking downhill, but when she tries to create side-to-side, she's a worse decision-maker than Marina Mabry, who's notorious for poor decisions. How is that possible? This team is done. Christy Sides had a dumb plan, but at least it was a plan. This team, they just wing it. We just lost to the Connecticut Sun, who basically tried not to win.